So we've got some new developments on the Jeffrey Epstein case. Actually, well, I'm not even sure if we can call it the Jeffrey Epstein case anymore, since he, took the coward's way out and committed suicide after all the stuff that came out about him. But I guess it still is the Jeffrey Epstein case, so I guess we can still call it that, right? I'm sure that you guys, if you're watching this video, know exactly what happened there, that you know all about the Epstein Island and all of the minors that he, took advantage of, right? Jeffrey Epstein, to many people, is a monster. Well, he's a pedophile. Don't know if I can say that on the channel. Hopefully I can. I never like saying words like that. You know, he was a little too friendly with the little girls, and by little girls, I mean, like, yes, little girls as in underage, as in minors, which is how he got himself in a world full of trouble, which is why he then committed suicide, because he couldn't face the consequences, could not face the music, did not want to, repent for his sins and pay for what he did. Anyhow, that's neither here nor there. He's dead now, dead, gone, forgotten, but his legacy lives on, well, at least through those that were involved with him, right? They still need to face the consequences for what they were involved in. And now we have information that recently came out that a New York judge is about to unseal documents that were previously covering up 200 names of individuals that were involved with Epstein, potentially doing some of the things that are involved in doing some of the things that Epstein was doing. This list is going to be coming out very soon, at least that's the information we have. It's expected to be out within about 24 hours. Now, not every name is going to come out, not every name that's been on that list. So what's been going on to date is that these names have been redacted, or they've been referred to in these documents as Jane Doe, John Doe, basically a bunch of Does, like Doe number 1, John Doe number 2, whatever, right? You get the picture. But now, a lot of those names are going to be disclosed to the public. This judge is about to unseal these records, and we're going to know who else has been naughty and not nice, right? Too bad it didn't come out in time for Christmas, so we would have known who to deliver coal to, or Santa Claus would have known who to deliver lumps of coal to. So this list of names, once it finally does come out or is unsealed, I think it's going to shock the world once we see the names that are actually on it. Okay, people are going to be embarrassed. It's going to embarrass a lot of high-profile celebrities, like actors, politicians, even former presidents. Now, I do have some of those names here already, or at least names that are speculated to be on this list. So I'm going to share with you some of those. So it's important to understand that once this document is actually unsealed, and we do have all of these names are the ones that this New York judge decides to unseal to us, not everybody on that list may have been involved in things that Epstein was involved in. Some of these names may just include associates, people that have visited his island, his residence, whatever you want to refer to it as. So not everybody on that list is somebody that may have broken the law, okay? So don't jump to any conclusions, but it certainly is good to know who his associates were, Jeffrey Epstein's associates were, and just what they were doing with that guy, how often they were down there. But I'd like to share some of the names that are speculated to be on that list. Some of them we already have. They've come up in court proceedings, so we know they're going to be on that list. So I'm going to go ahead and read some of these names off to you, and just in case that you don't recognize some of these names, I'll tell you who these people are. So these names included the director of the CIA, William Burns, and Catherine Rumler, White House counsel under Barack Obama, alongside lesser figures which include the left-wing professor and activist Noam Chomsky, a billionaire venture capitalist Reid Hoffman, and Lawrence Summers, former Harvard president and director of the National Economic Council under Obama. Some other names, actors like Woody Allen. There's Bill Gates, Thorbjørn Jagland, a former Norwegian prime minister, former Israeli prime minister Ehud Barak, and former Barclays chairman Jess Staley. So those are just some of the names, but guess who else is going to be on that list, or at least who else they think is going to be on that list? Well, we know for sure Bill Clinton is going to be on that list. Is that not insane? Actually, listen, he did not have sexual relations with that woman. It was a child. Just kidding, that's a joke. Scratch that. But yeah, he's on the list. Pretty interesting to me. Also, Trump is on that list. Also, funny story, actually. Kind of why I'm making this video. It's all about Aaron Rodgers, baby. Yeah, no, it's really not. But today we are going to be talking about Aaron Rodgers. Not because I think that he made the list, but because of who he thinks made the list. So Aaron Rodgers and Jimmy Kimmel got into it today. Pretty bad, right? They're trying to fight each other. Actually, it didn't get that serious, okay? But, you know, Jimmy Kimmel did call Aaron Rodgers an asshole publicly. Well, he tweeted it. He X'd it, whatever you want to refer to that platform as now, since they changed their name from Twitter to X, or since Elon did, I suppose. But, yeah, Jimmy Kimmel was pissed. He tweeted some shit about Aaron Rodgers, calling him an asshole, accusing him of putting his family in danger, things like that, all because of a simple joke that Aaron Rodgers made on ESPN, where he suggested that Jimmy Kimmel would be on that list.
Something to do with the Epstein list that came out?
Feels like that's supposed to be coming out soon. That's supposed to be coming out soon.
Look, this guy's been waiting
Whoa!
in his wine cellar.
A lot of people, including Jimmy Kimmel, are really hoping that doesn't
Now, whether his name appears or not, we don't know. Jimmy Kimmel stresses that his name will not appear on the list. He was not an associate of Epstein's. He didn't hang out over there on his private island with all of the minor teenage boys and girls, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Who knows what all he had on there. Did you guys think that what Aaron Rodgers said was effed up? Was it messed up that he put Jimmy Kimmel's name out there like that and suggested or implied, or, you know, whatever? Whether it was made in a joking fashion or whether he was being serious. How do you guys perceive this, okay? Do you think that it's okay for Aaron Rodgers to be able to do that? Or do you think it's messed up that he did that? Do you guys feel that Jimmy Kimmel's family is really in danger based off of what Aaron Rodgers said? Now, I can tell you, Jimmy Kimmel is so pissed off about it that he threatened to sue Aaron Rodgers. But he said, hey, if we got to, you know, talk about this further, then we're going to be discussing it in a courtroom, which implies that he's going to be suing Aaron Rodgers if Aaron Rodgers doesn't take it back. He wants him to take it back and tell the whole world that he was just bullshitting, BSing, because, you know what? That's bad for Jimmy Kimmel's reputation, what Aaron Rodgers said. But you know what? Aaron Rodgers, and here's my personal opinion on it, Aaron Rodgers had a lot more credibility when he played for the Green Bay Packers, even though the Packers suck this year. Just because, you know, he kind of like replaced Brett Favre, even though he never really filled his shoes. But, you know, you get what I'm saying. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you see that he plays for the Jets. What the heck is up with that? I don't know, man. Maybe he felt unwanted, or at least that's what his explanation was. He felt unwanted, unappreciated, unneeded, and he didn't feel like, hey, the Packers were his family anymore, so he decided to leave. Either way, he's lost credibility, in my opinion, in my book, because he no longer plays for the Packers, and the Packers used to be my favorite football team when Brett Favre was the quarterback many moons ago. Anyhow, guys, I want to know your thoughts on this. Leave them in the comments section below. By the way, if you're not subbed to this channel yet, make sure you do so, because you're going to learn a lot of interesting facts here. You're going to be entertained, and you're going to learn at the same time. How can you beat that? You can't beat that with a wooden pallet. Okay, maybe a wooden stick or a wooden baseball bat, or maybe a metal one. I don't know. My point is, you need to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Also, if you appreciated the content, then please do show me some love by tapping, smashing, kicking the thumbs up button to let me know that you care, because it means a lot. I'll see you guys in the next video.